If you're over 40 and your toddler still wakes up at night, your nervous system is probably under more stress than you realize. And I don't mean the kind of stress where you're just tired. I mean the kind where your body is working overtime every single night just to keep you functional. Now, before we get into it, if you're new here, hi, I'm Anna. I'm a medical doctor and a mom to a toddler at 44, so I am living everything I talk about in this channel. Amparo Naturals is where I help mothers understand what's actually happening inside their bodies and what you can do about it in your real life. If that's something you need right now, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications because we go deep here and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Okay, let's get into it. Here's what most people don't know. Perimenopause and toddler sleep deprivation hit the body in almost the same biological way. They're not just two hard things happening at the same time. They are two forces pulling on the exact same system inside you. Let me explain what I mean. When your toddler wakes up at 2 a.m., your body doesn't just wake up. It spikes cortisol, your stress hormone, your alarm system. That's how your body gets you out of bed fast enough to respond to your child. Now, here's the problem. Perimenopause does the exact same thing. The hormonal shifts of perimenopause, the drop in estrogen or the roller coaster of estrogen, how I like to call it, and progesterone, they also raise cortisol. They also disrupt your sleep architecture. They also fragment your recovery. So when both are happening at the same time, your cortisol is elevated, your sleep is fragmented, and your body never fully recovers, night after night after night. And here's what that does over time. It keeps your nervous system in a constant low-grade state of alert. Not full panic, not full-blown crisis, just always on, always braced, always waiting for the next wake-up. And when that goes on long enough, weeks, months, sometimes years, many mothers start experiencing something called maternal depletion. It's not just being tired, it's a state where your body has been giving so much for so long that it starts running on reserves you didn't know you were spending. So you might recognize it as that feeling where you wake up already exhausted, where you have no patience left by 10 a.m., where you used to be someone who handled things and had energy, and now you're not sure who that person was anymore. That's not weakness. That's biology. And the scary part, most women think it's just normal motherhood. They think this is just what it's like to have a toddler, or this is just what getting older feels like, or I just need to push through. But pushing through doesn't work when your nervous system is overloaded because you can't willpower your way out of a biological response. Your body isn't failing you, it's responding exactly the way it was designed to. It just wasn't designed for this specific combination at this specific stage of life. Let's talk about sleep fragmentation for a second, because this is one of the most underestimated things happening to mothers in this season. It's not just about how many hours you sleep, it's about whether your body gets to complete a full sleep cycle. Deep sleep, the kind that actually restores you, happens in longer, uninterrupted stretches. When your toddler wakes you up at 2 a.m. and then again at 4 a.m., you're not getting those stretches. And in perimenopause, night sweats or hormonal fluctuations are already interrupting your sleep on their own. So you're being pulled out of deep sleep from two directions at once. And then there's what's happening hormonally. Estrogen and progesterone aren't just reproductive hormones. They are deeply involved in how your brain regulates mood, stress, and sleep. As they decline in perimenopause, your brain becomes more reactive to stress, more sensitive, less buffered, which means The same toddler wake up that you might have handled more easily at 32 hits differently at 42. Cortisol is your body's primary stress hormone, and it's not inherently bad. You need it to wake up, to respond, to function. But cortisol is meant to spike and then come back down. When you're chronically sleep deprived and hormonally shifting, cortisol doesn't come back down the way it should. It stays elevated, and elevated cortisol over time affects everything. Your energy, your digestion, your immune system, your mood, your ability to feel calm. Your nervous system has two modes: fight or flight, which is activated, alert, responsive, and rest and digest, which is calm, recovering, restoring. You need both, but you need to be able to move between them. When you're in this season, toddler nights plus perimenopause, your nervous system gets stuck in flight or fight. Not because something is wrong with you, but because it's responding to real, ongoing biological demands. And the nervous system that can't shift into rest mode can't recover, can't restore, can't refill. So if you've been wondering why you feel so depleted, why rest doesn't seem to help, why you're doing everything right and still running on empty, this is why. It's not one thing, it's the combination, and it's more common than anyone talks about. Now, if you're wondering how mothers actually move into this level of exhaustion, there's a stage that almost everyone misses, a stage that happens before the full crash, and most women don't recognize it until they are already deep in it. I'm going to walk you through that in the next video, because once you can see it, you can actually do something about it. So here's the link to it. You'll find it in the description or you'll find it here, and I'll see you there.